Hello guys, welcome to another of the 31 Days of Halloween series. Today's video is the application process of Carl's eye wound from last season on The Walking Dead. So I started off by blocking out my eyebrows. I'm using a regular glue stick that's washable and non-toxic obviously, and I'm basically swiping that up and then taking the back of my spatula and flattening the hairs in the direction that they're growing. And clearly forgot a step here, which is a mistake. I should have powdered this before putting on foundation, but I applied foundation first and then was wondering why it was creating little beads of glue. So I finished the rest of my foundation, and then I'm going to go back in and redo that eyebrow. This time I'm using the glue on the spatula itself. That way I get a thicker covering. And I'm going through that same process, waiting for that to dry completely, and then powdering that, which will help it set in place and it won't move around. Then I'm taking an e.l.f. eyeshadow crayon, this one is in Midnight, and I'm using that to darken up the entire perimeter of my eye since we're going to make it look like the eye doesn't exist anymore. Then once I have that layer down, I'm going in with a matte black eyeshadow and setting the entire area. Then I applied a little bit of liquid latex on the entire perimeter of that wound that I created, and I'm sticking that down and waiting until it's completely dry to begin to go in with the cotton and latex method that I used to create it in the first place. This is a much easier way to blend it into the skin since the cotton becomes really malleable once you add the liquid latex over top of it. I'm doing this all the way around the entire application and building up the area above my cheekbone. That way it looks like my skin is naturally at that height. I want to be especially careful around my nose because this has the most movement when I talk, and I didn't want that to come up by the end of the tutorial. I'm also creating a bit of texture where pieces of it will be hanging down. Once that's completely dry, I'm taking a black grease paint, darkening up my eye on the inside, and then taking a cosmetic sponge and wetting a bit of my face paints, and then I'm dabbing that all over the area to give it that irritated look. I'm keeping the more saturated colors toward the inside of the eye, and then blending them out with more of the faded red tone. I also sprayed the area just to give it a little more blendability, and after I smoothed out the edges a little bit, I took a makeup wipe just to clean off the excess color. Then I'm redefining that black again with the matte eyeshadow. And then we can start in with the fake blood. I'm starting out by just laying it in the rim of that eye socket. That way it can naturally drip down my cheek like Carl's. I'm slowly building that up so it creates a bit of a glaze over my eye, and then pools in the eye socket so that it can eventually spill over. And there's a Vivian. And I realized a little bit too late that I should have been using something to keep the blood from spilling all over my lap. So I kept up this process until I was happy with the appearance of it. And that is the finished Carl Grimes eye makeup look. I had a lot of fun making this tutorial, so comment below letting me know what you're doing for Halloween. I'd love to know, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.